Yeah, we are live now. I'm excited. Welcome everyone to the Focus Summit Summit Day 3. Very soon we're rounding up. Oh. I want to celebrate everyone for coming. Yesterday was on fire. We had three amazing sessions. Today we have Ruth Adoga as our very first speaker for the day, and we are excited. We're going to be learning so much from her today, from our wealth of experiences. And I know you are ready. If you're ready, type I am ready in the comments in the next 1 hour. Thank you so much, Ruth, for joining us in today's session. We're going to be looking at the subject of focus from the angle of letting go of analysis paralysis. Because we have seen again and again that many a times people keep waiting to be ready, especially young people. Oh, I'm too young. I remember the very first time I wrote a book, my very first book, Effective Reading Habits in 2020. I've written this book and I was just anticipating that there was this lady I had admired so much that she would really celebrate the book. And in those days, we used to do online launches. I don't know if you used to do that now. I did an online
Yeah.
launching. People supported. And then this lady was like, "Ah, John is good, but me, I'm not ready to write. So I don't think I have knowledge enough right now that I want to write in the book." I'm like, what? I tried to feel somehow. We're always in that space in time when someone will just look at us and be like, what do you do yourself that you are putting out there? How are you even doing this thing? And there is another group of people like Ruth Adoga and some other people will say, okay, this is how to navigate this. We've been there, we've passed through that phase before. There's so much that we can begin to do. Thank you so much, Ruth, for joining in. You're going to introduce yourself to
Thank
the
you.
house, and after the introduction, we get right into the conversation. Stop waiting to be ready. So, Ruth, go on, introduce yourself, and then we take it up from there.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for the opportunity to be here. I'm so delighted to be here already. My name is Ruth Oluwatosin Adoga, and I'm a life coach, a book editor, and a ghostwriter, among many other things that I do. I'm also an author of 4 books and counting because, of course, I'm not going to stop there. Okay, and I'm an economist. I'm also business management. Like I did my master's in business management, so I'm an expert in that. Anything concerning business or how to structure your business and everything. So as a
So, is
life
it
coach,
safe to
I've
come and
been
manage my business all this one? All right, go on.
all right. So as a life coach, as a professional life coach, I've been able to train over 700 youths and counting young professionals on how to set their goals and become, successful in life because a lot of people get confused, in life, or they don't even know the particular goal they should focus on at a particular time. There are different stages in life. So I've been able to teach young professionals on how to set goals and also become successful and direct them on the path in which they should follow. And as a writer and book editor, I've edited books across different genres in non-editing because I focus more on non-editing, non-fiction editing, you know. And I've been able to edit different spreads of books and with different from different places, both in Nigeria and abroad. And God has been so faithful. God has been helping me. I've also won different awards. Yeah, I've won different awards in writing awards that, you know, and I'm also the lead trainer of Adore Academy. Yeah, so that is just me in a bit. Yeah, let me not bore you with
Hmm.
so many
Hmm.
things about me.
I beg, let me come and register. Oh. Let me come and register. Which one will I start from? Is it business structuring, Adore Academy for writers, and is it for writers and editors or just for writers?
No, different skills yeah, across writing, just writing. Yeah,
Oh,
editing is not
interesting.
the idea. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And then you also spoke about the other aspect of what you do, life coaching. Now, let me ask you, you said you have trained over 700 youth. Was it in physical space or online? For those listening.
Both physical space and online space. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So that's quite interesting. And you are this
together.
young. Ha. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Stop waiting to be ready. In fact, while I was putting the different conversations together, listening to your stories prior to this time, I just knew that this man should talk on this. Stop waiting to be ready. Looking at your experiences, I know that a lot of people are plagued with analysis paralysis. They are not even kidding. The reason is because they keep analyzing, they keep telling themselves, I'm not ready. Somebody says my voice is low. Oh, let me bring the phone close to my mouth. Is it better now? So they keep saying I'm not ready when I'm ready, and all the other things that they think about. And sometimes if you're so young and you're even doing certain things, they ask you. I remember when I started up coaching, a young man who wanted to marry me many years ago. I'd met my younger brother somewhere. I was telling my younger brother, wait till your sisters are doing the teach on Facebook. I dey see your sister video on Facebook. Wetin you sabi? I sabi pass am o, and this and that. And I was just laughing. Like, why are you casting your insecurities on us? If you sabi pass us, go and teach it. But then we have stayed on this path. I'm sure that brother and I will not come back as sabi pass you because I've stayed, I've learned, I've grown. So now I want to ask you, was there ever a time you thought about waiting? Waiting to be ready? Was there ever a time in your life, even before you started doing what you're doing right now? I like us to take the conversation from there. Is it better now, please? If you can hear me clearer, let me know in the comments. So, Ruth, did you get the question?
Yes, I got the question.
Okay,
Ah,
go ahead. Let me check my other phone if it is the same thing. Please go ahead, Ruth.
okay. Okay. So yes, there was a point in time where I was waiting to be ready. We have different stages in our lives where we are when we want to be ready for that particular phase because there are different phases and different stages in life that we as a human are meant to experience. So this
Mm,
particular stage of my life that I was waiting to be ready was coming online. I've always been
okay.
in the shadows. I've always been in the shadows, hiding because I'm a shy person. Yes, I'm a shy person. I love my space. I love my corner. I don't want anybody to disturb me or stuff like that. So the only time I used to come online then is when I just maybe post my birthday, and it's not even every year. It's not as if I follow it every year. So the first time I realized I was waiting was when I wanted to launch online. I was like, it's okay for being in the shadows. Now I have so much in me. Let people see or let people also experience the goodness of what God has put in my life. I should not be just the only one enjoying it and just being in my coven and just being there. So that was the first time, and that should be in January 2022 where I realized that I've been waiting. And during this time, prior before this time, let me tell you, I've gone into different trainings. I've learned a lot. Even this goal setting, being a professional life coach actually came after. As in, I've learned writing, I've learned a lot of things, and it was as if I had so much in me, in my head, and it was as if it was going to explode if I was not going to do anything about it. And I was just keeping it in. And if I just continue keeping it in, I'm not going to impact anybody. It's just going to be there for me and me alone. So now, when I was now saying, okay, let me come out, let me do something, then I was like, it's not going to be easy. How will I do it? I've been, I don't know if any of you can actually relate, especially for we introverts, people that are always inside, always indoors. Going out there or stepping into another phase of your life or trying to put something out there, you will think, how will I do it? With this workout, will I, especially if you are even an excellent person, you like to do everything perfectly. It will be very difficult for you because you'll be like, how will I do this now and I will not do any mistake or I will not make any mistake or people will not laugh at me? What will people say? What will people not? So that thing held me for so long before coming out, if not before coming out. So that at that point, I was waiting and waiting. But one thing I later realized is that you don't have to wait. You don't have to keep waiting till you're fully ready. You don't have to have everything all figured out till you're fully ready. So far that you have the mind to, okay, you have something that God has deposited in you. You have something that, yes, people are going to listen to. And one thing that also helped me was that at every stage of your life, there are different people that needs the message that you have at every
Hmm.
stage of your life.
Yeah.
You don't need to have everything. Even if it's that little that you have, there's somebody that doesn't know that little. Okay, so that somebody, if you don't share it, it will not help that person. So at every stage of your life, even if you're just a beginner, there's somebody out there that also wants to listen to that beginner part of you. Even if you're in an intermediate, oh, I'm not yet there, I've not gotten all the everything. No, you don't have to keep on waiting, and you don't have to have that clarity. Some people say, ah, it's because I don't have I didn't have clarity before moving on online. I didn't know anything about this. So, but you just need to start. You just need to move. You just need to move before you be able to know how to get everything done. So that is it, ma. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Movement. Take the very first step. Now, sometimes when people are waiting for growth, it is actually that there is one thing they are just waiting to work for them. For example, in this season of my life, there's something I'm waiting for to be able to step into another level. There's that thing you want to do. You're like, cool, let this happen first before I can do this. So for you, was there the one thing you think you were waiting for before actually stepping out? Even though you have gone through all of those trainings, you're knowledgeable, you have so much within you, was there one thing that was keeping you from doing the work, from really stepping out? And if there was, what was that thing?
It was being audacious, like being
Audacity.
confident in, yes, being
This
confident in
is this
myself.
audacity conference that
Audacity. Be confident of myself. I knew that I had all the stuff, right? Yes, I had a lot of knowledge to pour out. But then one thing that was still keeping me was that I didn't have the audacity to step out. I didn't have a lot of confidence in what I already have to share out there. As me, I had the confidence, of course, that thing will not keep waiting, as in I will not keep like pulling myself back. But that was the very thing I was waiting for then. And when I got it, then the other thing was was history. So
did
that's
you
it.
actually did you actually become audacious before you started, or you just started afraid?
If you are waiting to be audition, you will stay long go. You go
Oh,
stay.
oh my
You
God.
go stay for there. Oh my, that is just you go stay like you just have to have that once you just have to make that decision. Just
Hmm.
make that very decision. This is what I want to do right now. This is where, okay, I'm going to do this, and that is it. If not, if you don't make that particular decision at that point in time, you keep on procrastinating, and time is not always on our side. So that is just it. So when you
Well,
move and you make that decision, of course,
hmm.
the confidence and we start coming. And when you are now consistent in doing that thing, it will help you to keep up. And yes, that
You know,
audacity will be there.
people actually looks at us when we are doing what we're doing and like, this woman is audacious, so this woman is so confident. The truth is, I think I was sharing our very first day that there's no level you get to, experience imposter syndrome. In fact,
Yeah,
I was listening to someone great the other time. It's been into the world of marketing for over 30 years. It started in 1990. Where were you, Ruth? I'm talking about Seth Godin. Do you know Seth Godin? Seth
no.
Godin, the author of Purple Cow, is a marketing genius. He's currently in his 50s. He started in 1990 online, doing one or two, impacting life and all of that. And so it said something that even at this level, there is no level you get to that you don't feel that imposter. Especially when you are doing something brave for the first time, something you haven't done. Like you've edited books, you've done this and that, but a season will come that there is one thing you also need to do, all right? Or maybe there's a particular person you need to edit for that is beyond who you have worked with before. Let's say Oprah calls you now and say, Ruth Adoga, come and edit my book. Ruth is going to sit well. She's going to begin to reach out to people and say, Oprah says I should edit her book. Oh. Not because you don't have knowledge, but because the person or the platform or wherever it is that you're stepping into is a new terrain. So that imposter would always be there. So Ruth is sharing now that you have to start afraid. It doesn't matter. And as you take that step, the confidence to continue will come. So I'd like you to share with young ladies around the room. I know our older ladies would also learn from this. What do you genuinely tell someone who is still saying to themselves, I'm not ready to walk in purpose? I'm not ready to walk in purpose. What is that one thing you genuinely tell that person right now?
I didn't get that. Please, can you come again? My network is breaking.
Okay, okay. Please, can you all hear me? Is it from my end only? Okay, I'm asking if you can hear me now, Ruth. Just wave your hand, let me know you can hear me. Oh, is it breaking? Ruth, are you there? Are you there? Ruth, are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm saying, what is that one thing you would, what is that one advice you give to someone, a young person right now, who is already thinking that they are not ready to work in purpose? What is that one advice you give to them?
What is that one advice I would do? What, ma?
You give to a young person who is genuinely saying right now that they are not ready for purpose.
Okay, okay. I get that now. One thing, one advice I would give a person, a young person who is scared of, moving into purpose or being scared of starting out in whatsoever God has called her to be, is that it's not really about age. I don't know if you get that. I don't know if I hope I'm audible, hope I'm clear. Hope you
Yes,
can
I
hear
can hear
me.
you.
Okay.
Mm,
So it's not really about age. Some people will find that they'll be like, I'm too young, I'm very young, purpose, all of this. Purpose discovery or you starting out on your purpose is not about age. It's all about awareness and self and responsibility.
mm,
There's this person in the Bible, Josiah. I don't know if you know Josiah in the Bible. I don't know if everybody is conversant, are all Christians here. Josiah started, it was like he ruled at a very young age when he was just 8 years old. He never said, because I'm
I,
too. Can people hear me? Am I still
yes, I
audible?
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, okay, okay. So just like Josiah, he didn't say, I'm too young. At the age of 8, he already started ruling. He was a king over lots of people that were even advanced more than him in age. So age age doesn't have anything to do with your purpose. It's all about your awareness and the responsibility that you take, that you shoulder, the understanding of the purpose and the thing, as in the understanding of that purpose that you have, and you know that once you don't deliver it, you know what is at stake. So you are never to shield away from your responsibility. Not because, hey, I'm too young, that is why I'm running, or that is why I cannot do this. I need to get to a certain stage. Because there are some of us, because for me, I didn't really get it early. Finding my purpose early. I didn't really have the opportunity of finding my purpose early. It was later when I became serious with my life, aside maybe book studies and all of that, that I knew that yes, I need to know what my purpose is. People that even have it early now, I get jealous of them sometimes because they don't know what they have. Like seriously, they don't know what they have. So having your purpose on time is something that is very beautiful, because you'll be able to start on time and be able to, complete your assignments, do everything that you need to do before leaving this earth. One thing I always pray for is to die empty. I don't pray that I will still have some things that is still remaining for God, that God wants me to do. No, I want to ensure that everything that God has deposited in me, all the assignments, all the things that He has given me to do, I put it out there. Everything. I make sure I give everything all. So it's not about your age because maybe you are too young. No, we have a lot of people that are doing a lot of things, beautiful things out there, and it's not just about. And you be like, wow, somebody gave birth to this child, somebody do this, somebody did that. So it's all about your being aware, the responsibility that you know is on your shoulders, and the and putting it out in time. So if you can identify a problem, you can give out a solution. Please do it, even if you are young. There are people that are going to listen to you. Just about your presentation, it's all about how serious you are. And hey, if you are not joking, or people see that you're serious and you have something out there that you are saying, that what you are saying is making sense, people will listen to you. People won't even look at, okay, because you are too young, because you are too small. No, they won't even look at that. They will listen to you. So it's all about your presentation and you being serious about it. You have a solution, and be ready to deliver that solution. Be ready to solve people's problem. If you have something bothering you, or you have gone through something and you say, okay, yes, I can help people with this, I can help people with that. Maybe you are very good at writing, or you are very good at counseling people, or anything that you're good at, and you feel like, yes, I can do this. I can help people out to bring them out of this problem, or you have a burden in you that you know that yes, you can do it. Even if you're young, being young should not keep you hostage. Being young should not keep you in that bondage that no, 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 people will not listen to me. No, 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 please don't look at that. All the thing, what I would just encourage you to do is to have a mentor on time. Have somebody that you can always look out to. Have somebody that you can always reach out to help you to know how to, plunge out, to know how to, go into this thing. So you need a mentor. If you are young and you've discovered your purpose and you want to go on it fast, you need a mentor, somebody that will be able to lead you and guide you as you go. That is what, not that you should shy away from it or you keep yourself. No, that is not what I will encourage you to do. So that is one thing. Ensure that you launch out and do what God has called you to do. Thank you, ma.
Hmm, interesting. On that note, we are good to go. We are good to go for today. Your longevity is an advantage. It is not a
Yeah,
disadvantage to you.
not at
So waking up and starting early is very important. And that's what I've been emphasizing since the beginning of this program. That when I see a lot of young people doing what they do today, I really admire them a lot. I admire them because starting early has an advantage. You're able to
yeah,
develop the muscle for execution really fast. By the time somebody who is in a particular age is struggling to say, how do they do this thing? You have already done that and you have passed that level, you have been trained and all of that. Many of us don't know that purpose is actually a training ground for us to be able to do God's will on a deeper level, even at a higher level. When you do this
yeah,
one, as it is revealed, more opportunities will be given to you. That's any idea that God lays in my heart as it connects to my vision. I don't joke with them. I only look out for the resources that I can maximize and how I can proceed. So I like you to break it down for us, Ruth, in practical terms, pragmatic, tangible, reality. What does it look like? When you say start before you are ready, what does it really look like in real life beyond just
in real life.
uh, advice? How
In
does
real
it look?
life, start before you are ready. It's just like in real life, maybe you're a content creator, for example. It means posting that content. Even if you are not sure if it will do well, even if you are not sure if it's perfect, even if you are not sure if it's okay, post it. Maybe you recorded yourself. There are some people where they love recording, and they are good with lifestyle. They love recording their life, everything that's day-to-day activities, and they just keep it in their folder, and it's just sleeping there. Nobody is coming to look at it there, except maybe you go out and people collect your phone, and they are swiping through your phone. You know, you the one thing, starting before you are ready, means that thing that you have, everything that you have, make use of it. Don't just keep it and just dump it in one place. Post that content. You want to be a social, post it. All those videos, post it. It's when you post it, it's when you start, that is when you start getting feedback. That is when you start knowing, okay, this place I need to adjust it, this place I need to. But if you don't post it and you just keep it there, you will not move, you will always be stagnant, you will not grow. That is just it. So you won't know if it's not good enough now, it's not no. It means everything that you have, use it to your advantage. You don't have to go, okay, I just have a phone, I don't have a tripod stand, I don't have a mic, I don't have. Use that thing, use that phone. You can, maybe there's a window, you can put you can, kind of stand it there, or you can use a table or a chair to support it. You have started now, maybe you record yourself, you post it. So starting before you're ready, or how it looks like in practical, means everything that you have, make use of it and start that way. With time you get to grow, with time you get to, get opportunities, you get to know things, you get to, okay, this is not the way I'm supposed to do it. You get to know, you make mistakes and you grow from it. But if you don't start at that point, then there's no how you'll be able to, okay, this is the mistake I did, this is, no, I need to no, you will just be stagnant, you won't grow, you won't actually grow. So just start with everything that you have and move on. So that is what I will say. That is how it looks like in practical. I still remember when I recorded my first video. I didn't have some people, hey, I need to have a lot of aesthetics. Those people in Instagram. It's fine. But there was a lady, do you know there was a lady I saw on TikTok one day? She posted video and it was so perfect. Their aesthetics was so beautiful. I was like, hi, this thing, I would love it. I see the way she's speaking so far. Something just said, I don't know what said, I should just scroll back. I had time that time. I don't even know. I went back to our first video. It wasn't clear. If you see the background, it was in fact my own is even better. It was better. It was so, as she started, as she continued, and now that is growth. Okay, what if she stopped and she say, I don't have a fine phone? Some people even be looking for, I need to have an iPhone first. I need to have a tripod first. This camera, the screen itself has broken. I cannot use it. They will be looking for different simple excuses, and they don't know that is stopping them. When I went back to her video, I was like, hey, it was even me and my sister that even looked at it. Say, you mean this lady that I'm looking at right now? This is how she started. You don't mean it. But growth happened because she was consistent. She started with what she had. She was able to get there. So that is it. Start with that thing that you have, that small video that you are posting, that laugh, that make sure that you post it out there. People are going to feed on it. People love it. So just post it out there. And you don't need to have a perfect strategy. Just share it. And with time, you'll grow. You'll be fine. Nobody will judge you.
Let's applaud the say Ruth Adoga. How do you say it in French? Where are my French people? This is so beautiful. This is more like you're using your level 1 to compare to someone else's level 20. And you see,
Exactly.
yesterday, what our last speaker told us, I don't know if you listened to our session, it was so profound. He said the place where you are right now is your high place. In fact, it's the best place that you can be. Just be
It's
there,
the best
build,
thing.
and then you
Yes,
grow to another level. I
exactly.
remember, when I started doing videos, I visited my siblings. All my siblings they use iPhone, so I used an Android phone for my videos. So I visited Benin, at my place, and then my younger brother was like, "I see your videos, you speak so well. You have to get an iPhone now." I said, "At this level now, Android now, I get." So they will watch the video like that. He said, "Ah, wow," and I kept on using it like that till I got an iPhone. Right?
Exactly.
So what am I saying in a nutshell? What you are saying right now is perfect because a lot of people they have the spirit of perfectionism. So they want to be right there. They want to have it all put together. And I love your story, like what you have shared now. So is there another thing you'd like to share with us? Because I wanted to ask you that question, but somehow you've answered it. But is there another one you'd like to stress somehow that can also inspire someone? Maybe you want to talk about your first imperfect step that you took and what that led to. What transformation did that lead to in your life? Did you get that?
Yeah, so I got that. But there's, these people that used to sell things now, these outside people with their mic. I don't want it to interfere. That's why I had to mute. I that's why, so yeah, so like to not cause any interference. Because where I'm living, it's actually by the roadside. So all these people that are passing, if they are shouting now, it will enter. So that is why I kind of muted a
Okay.
little bit. Please pardon me. Oh. Mhm,
All right. Go
mhm.
ahead.
So the question is, what was your first imperfect
Biggest
step,
step.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and what happened because you took it? So my first, I already told that I was waiting to come online. That was when I was waiting. I think I should have started earlier, but the
Mm.
first step that I actually took that was very imperfect. I was so very unsure of that step
Mm.
was holding a goal setting class.
Holding a what?
Goal
Holding a what?
setting class.
Oh, oh,
Goal,
oh, okay.
goal
Yeah. I
setting
get that.
class. Mhm. That was back in 2022. So when I started online that 2022, okay, yes, I started and I started. What even made me that what pushed me to start online was actually a conference that I attended. Already, I was already thinking of doing more and bringing myself out of the shell. But I
Mm.
attended a conference in that year 2022, and when I attended that conference, it was like a reawakening in me, like a reawakening that yes, you could do something. There are a lot of things
Mm.
that you already have. And I looked inward, I was like, I already had a lot of things that I was doing. I already had lots of knowledge. So what will I start with? You get okay now I want to come online. Abby. So what will I start
Mm.
with? I have different knowledge already, or different, and they are not relating. Those time where they will say, "Oh yeah, come and buy. Oh yeah, writing. Come and learn writing. Oh yeah, come and learn social media. Oh yeah, come and learn this. Come and learn affiliate." Different things I've learned. I said, "To how much or everything now that I've learned? Which one now will you say you want to start with?" So that was now that was the border. That was where confusion started. So
Okay.
and the first one, that on the first one after that conference, I looked, I said, "Kai, which one? Which one?" And I
Mm.
picked goal setting. I don't even know why I picked goal setting. It was even after that conference, it was in the evening, late in the night already. And
Mm.
and because I was so fired up in me, I had a lot, that kind of thing when you attend a program or a conference or a seminar like this, and you are so fired up to start something, I there was so much fire burning inside of me, and I could not wait home. I could not wait to go back home. After I just went out, I just carried on my Facebook page. I typed, I wrote. I don't even know I even wrote it because it's been years already. I don't know I wrote it, but I shall know that I said I want to teach 5 people on how to set goals. Me, I was not doubting
Wow.
myself.
You were not even looking for 1,000 people. 5 people.
Which 1,000 people? I say me that I really doubted that who want to learn how to set goals safe. Who will say they want to learn how to set goals? I said, let me just start now. Abi shebi I will shall post it because I know if I sit on it and I get home, that fire that is burning in me might be cooling down already. I said, let me just when I made it was even in the last paragraph said I even wrote it. So if you're even tired from the beginning, when you get to the last paragraph, you might know that people that are always other 1 second, they flip. Okay, if they never read to the downside, that's all. Oh.
They will not.
Maybe it's only me. They will not see it. They will not see the offer that I put there, that I want to host a goal setting class. So I was not like, 5 people. I just did 5 people for free to teach goal setting. So that is how I started. So I was so unsure. I didn't have any structure. As in, I didn't even plan it. It was just after a conference, I was like, okay, now let's do something. And I just post, as in, I didn't even edit the post or even look at. I just wrote it face up, like that, straight up on Facebook, and I posted. That was how it went live. And uh, with time I just I left it. But with time I started seeing that people were coming. I said, so there are people that want to learn go setting. Really? Okay, now no problem. So that is how we started. I got 5%, and I was so shocked. So shocked. I can't forget. So that was my first imperfect step that I took online after having the mind to come online, or the confidence to say, okay, let me start online. I was like, okay, what will I start with? And that was the first imperfect step I took, to start with a goal setting class. So, and as God will have it, God brought in 5 persons, and I taught them, because one thing I'm very good at, one of my strengths, I'm not proud, is teaching.
So you
No,
got five
if
persons
I would-
exactly.
I got to, I got the 5 persons exactly.
Wow.
Serious. I was so shocked.
Mm.
Very shocked. In fact, I wasn't even expecting one person to sign up for the class. I wasn't. I was like, ooh, because I've not seen Russia, I was still kind of new. But I wasn't expecting anybody to say, okay, they want to learn how to set goals. And maybe because it was free anyways. Maybe if I had put money, I know that maybe they won't have. But there, I was like, wow, that is cool. And I was so happy. It even gave me the joy. And I said, it was even after I saw that people even were even serious about it, and I joined them to the WhatsApp group, said that I started preparing. You won't believe it,
Yeah.
because I never had the mind that anybody will say they want to join, want to learn or stuff.
Mm.
So that was even when I even started preparing for the class. And if you see the way my mind was up that time, ah, how will I present it? This is my first, this is my first. How will I do it? Hope I will not fuck up. Oh, I will not do this. Hope I will not. Differences, but as God will have it, God took care of everything, and it was a success. And that started my journey into speaking, because I know if I did not start, we won't be here. In fact, you won't know roots. Might know me, but might not know that, okay, I can also speak and impact people's life like this. But because I took that step, I was able to become a professional life coach. Because after that first one, I was able to do a second one. I was able to do a third one. Like, I even wrote a book on goal setting. So that imperfect step that I just took that night in 2022, like it grew. Like, it grew. In fact, that root that I planted, that seed rather, that I planted, it grew into a tree, and it blossomed into different branches and flowers. So that was that was it. So that was the first imperfect step, and how God took everything from there to the point that I am now. Thank you.
So root planted the roots. She took the first step, and amazingly today. In fact, let me say this. If every one of us is to start, maybe we should just have a table talk where we all come and talk about our first imperfect step. You see, that person right now that is listening to us that is saying, I'm not ready. When I'm ready. There's a woman in my community many years ago. She was already in her late 50s, a PhD holder at a time. So she came into my community, and then the very first time she was to do her video, it was through a reading challenge, one of our reading challenge editions. She was to do her video. On that day, she turned her camera upside down, and then her head was down, her body was up, and she was screaming, Coach Faith, oh, come and see. Coach Faith, what is this now? Coach Faith, come on. Come on. My head is up, and my head is down. How do I position my head? Hey, this one, I said, this is not by PhD, it's not by whether you have not gone to school.
Thank
It's by
you.
practice. It's by showing
Yes.
up. It's by doing the work. And then apparently another friend of that lady was always laughing at her. What are you doing in that community? Those people are children. They are young people. Eh? They are young people. What are you doing there? And you are a PhD holder. And then she spoke to the friend, and the friend came to the community and joined us. She was surprised. She was like, "Yeah, I've learned a lot. Oh, I didn't know that this is what they are doing in this community." So there is always that first step. And I really love the fact that you took it. That is an encouragement. It's enough to even host a master class. like a full-blown webinar to just set someone else on fire. If you are here right now, okay, if you are here right now and you've been inspired by this story and you're ready to take your next imperfect step, please go ahead and take it. All right, Ruth will be rooting for you. Oh my God. So,
Mm.
Ruth, I want to ask you, I think I was in a session, someone was talking about, okay, yeah, I remember I was in an event last 2 weeks and somebody shared a story of her experience. And then she was like, the way she does her things, the way she shows up, the way she does the work, people will be like, you are too much, you are doing too much. She said, yes, so because I have lost time. Me, like this, I have lost time. I was waiting. I started very, very late. I did not start on time, right? So now the question I want to ask you is in the light of what waiting has actually cost you, right? What has it cost you? What if you had started earlier? What do you think you would have been able to achieve prior to this time, right? What has waiting really cost you? Is there one thing or two things you think waiting has actually cost you, like you share with us?
Thank you for that question. I really do appreciate. Mm. You talk of waiting. You make me think back the memory lane. Seriously. Then that is one thing I would say, that when you discover purpose on time, it's very good. You don't even know what God has done for you when you discover your purpose on time. For me, waiting has cost me a lot. It has cost me my time, it has cost me opportunities, it has delayed my growth. That is what waiting has cost me. So I could remember, assuming that is why when you ask that particular question, that if you are young and you've discovered purpose and all of that, like, why are you still waiting? I'm like, no, you don't need to wait. You just need to start. So at a point, because I didn't get to know my purpose on time, I don't know if you if you believe this, but there was a time that I hated writing. I detest it. I never saw writing as something that I was going to do. If you tell the older version of me that, like, if you told the older version of me that you are going to be writing, like you are going to be, you build a career in writing and editing, I would have said is a lie. In fact, you are saying rubbish. Go, go away, go. That is what I would have told you, because at that point I detest writing. I had the opportunity then for someone to teach me how to write and put me on bigger platforms where I would get big opportunities that paid in dollars for free, because the person was already doing this. Person, it was my friend, was already excelling, although he read, English and literary studies. So I was like, it's by what you read, my knowledge was limited at that point, at that time. So I was like, maybe it's because of what he read, and he was excelling in it. He was, being paid and was doing very well for himself. So he wanted to bring me in and say, okay, let me also teach you and tell you how to go about things and all of that, and also register you on those platforms and you get paid. And I said, no, writing is not for me. Me, write. No, I
Sure.
don't want. And that is how I allowed that opportunity to slip away. It was later years
Mm,
came back, and I was after that I discovered my purpose, and I found out that writing is one of them. In fact, now I'm author of 4 books. Did I say I was an author of 4 books and more counting? So if I had knew, sometimes it'll be like, that is why it's very good to seek God early and also know your purpose and passion on time. Because by the time you know it on time, there are some mistakes that you'll have made, or some decision that you will make that will not cost you later in life. But if you don't know it on time, it will cost you big time. Now I can't go back to that time. Now I can't learn, as in those things that I should have learned before. I couldn't anymore. I had to pay for it. In fact, those platforms, I couldn't even get on those platforms anymore because it was now so saturated. It's not like
mm,
then. So, I would say waiting cost me time. Waiting cost me opportunities that I've learned. It delayed my growth because assuming I started early and I knew, in fact, I don't think I'll be where I am right now. Now I'll have to pay double for it. Now I have to pay double for all those things that I'm supposed to have learned before. The stage that I've supposed to have gotten to, or that I've supposed to have passed me. I
mm,
should have gone higher. So waiting can cost you a lot, and that was what actually it cost me. So that is it. So if I would speak to my younger self, I would say that you don't need to be perfect to begin, and also you also need to know God and know your purpose early on time. So if you are here and you found purpose, please don't keep waiting, because if you know that, yeah, that is the line that which you are going to thrive in, that you're going to build your career in. Of course, if you start early, there are lots of things that you get to learn and you move faster in life. And now, so that is it for me. Thank you so much, ma.
Focus Female Summit. Who is enjoying the conversation in the comments? It seems some people have gone to work.
Mm.
All right, it's all good. Hopefully, you get to watch the replay. But that notwithstanding, I'm loving the conversation. I just want to celebrate Ruth Adoga. Ruth, how do you stay content, or how do you stay focused in that starting point of yours? Like you said, you have to go back and look into this woman's um what's it called, past videos, and you discover that this woman should be at a certain level, but they started some time ago. So for someone who is starting now, how do they stay focused on that their starting point without trying to compare themselves with someone else's chapter 10? How do they stay
Hmm.
focused on that?
Hmm. How to stay focused without comparing yourself to somebody's chapter
Yes.
10. And you mentioned the illustration that I did, that I made that time. One thing, there are a lot of shiny object syndrome online. Lots of things will look shiny, will look beautiful, will look appealing to you. But you must always remind yourself that everybody's journey is different. Yes.
Come on now.
Um, Abi, even twins say that gave birth, like they are giving birth to almost the same time. Their journey is different. They don't need to walk on the same path. But if you are siblings, you don't need to walk on the same path. Everybody's journey is different. There are some people that, okay, you're on the same level, maybe you finish school the same time, you finish university the same time, and the next thing you'll be like, one of you will get, like, some people will get job first before you get your own job. Some people will get married before you. Some people will even travel abroad while you are still here. So everybody's journey is different. So that does not mean that, okay, you should start using their own time frame to calculate yours. That would be very, very wrong. Even in time zones right now, if you look at our time, it's 2:49 right now. In another country, maybe in the US, they are just in their morning. Some are just still in the morning, and it's still the same day. It will be like as if we were in the future. They are still at the back. We are 6 hours, 7 hours ahead of them. So we can't use your own time now to now start using it. No. So wait for your time. Your time will come. Your journey is different. You might,
Mm,
just like when you're traveling to Abuja, there are different ways that you can choose to enter Abuja. So, but the thing is, you will get to your destination. So, uh, that is just it. You don't have to start, okay, comparing, me, I'm just, no, that person, no, 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 no. Just stay focused on your path. Know your vision, know your goals. When you are still true to your goals, when you are still true to your vision, and you know that your journey is different, so that does not mean that you must have the same timeline. Your timeline is going to
mm,
be different. So you don't know where, so that is why you need to always carry God along with you, know what God is saying concerning you at that particular point in time. Because when you take God along with you and He has already given you the pathway to follow, what you should do at this particular point, you're not behind somebody's own, because your own path is different from the other paths. Okay, when I started, I didn't have what I just had. Some people already had experience, some people had the visibility, some people have results. You are just starting and you're comparing yourself with somebody that have already have 5 years experience, 10 years experience. 20 years experience, and you say, that person, like the person I made an example of. When I with that, I think it was last year I checked. That was 2025, and when she started was in 2019, as far back as 2019. So if I can't see her today now, and now I start using it to compare me that I'm just starting, it will be like I've already gotten it wrong. It will be a mess. I'm laying my foundation very, very wrong on
Mm,
sand, on sinking sand that will just as in to uproot, it will crumble. Eh?
mm,
So you don't have to. So if you want to even look at those people, go and look at where they started from. Use it.
yeah.
Use not now, not where they are now, where they started from. So don't be comparing. No, no, no. You have your own story. That's just it. Everybody have their own story. I've shared different of my stories here. Coach Faith too. You also have different of your story, different stories that are, it might be similar, but we have it in different experience, in different ways that it happened, right? You have your own pace, you have your own assignment. So comparison will always make you fall behind. It will stagnate your growth. You won't move ahead if you're always comparing, because you always be at that person page, always watching the person. Oh, what is the person doing now? Maybe you're even looking at the person that maybe you're even in the same field. You say, this person invited this person to, she's holding a conference. She's holding a class. Let me come and hold my own class. Let me do. Chai, she got 1,000 invites. Hey, me safe, I must do my whole. We must do, forgetting that it has been long she started though. And in the end, when you fail, you will hurt yourself. You will hurt yourself when you don't get the results that the person has. So why are you hurting yourself? Why are you comparing yourself with another? Why you can just stay focused on your own lane? Focus on your own lane and make progress from there, because the person that you're looking at did not start. That is not the point that he or she started from. You might not have the same experience, might not even have the same resources. You might not even have, there are some people that they have, very good parents, rich parents that helped them, that gave them resources, that gave them access, that gave them opportunities, network. And you are here trying, you are the only one doing it, fending for yourself, and you're comparing yourself with that person. You will hurt yourself. Yes, you hurt
Don't
yourself, you
like
start crying. It's the truth. The truth. Some people have leverage. They have
yeah.
leverage that we don't have. So you don't have to start looking at those people that have the leverage. No, your story is different, your experience is different, your backgrounds are different. In fact, your education, your everything is different. In fact, some people, the environment itself is different. So why will you be comparing yourself? So the resources or the environment that somebody has in Lagos is different from the one that is in Kogi State, like I am, for example. I can't compare Kogi State with Lagos State. I can't compare the person that is. It's different.
I beg
So
you.
I need to be very practical, because
Yeah.
a lot of people we fall into this situation every time. And
Mm,
if you are not this, if you need to be very, because a lot of people come, this person is going very this. I will have to break it down. Okay, who is this person? I will have to break it down for them to see. Then the skills will not be able to follow up their eyes. Ah, I've been doing myself. I've been doing myself a lot of disservice. So you need to know
mm.
this thing. People have leverage more than you. People have a lot of things. I don't need to keep repeating myself. So focus on your own path. Measure your own. Use yourself to measure your own growth. Okay, not by somebody's else house highlights. No, you don't need to start measuring yourself by somebody else's highlights. Measure your own growth. Stay on your own lane. Stay on your own story. You have your own focus. You have your own goal. You have your own purpose. So stay on that, and by God's grace, you'll be fine. So stop comparison. Yeah.
Just make me remember
It's not epic.
a first generation Christian and a fifth generation Christian. Now, a fifth generation Christian possibly has lesser demons because the first, second, third, fourth have already fought some demons in the family. You are the first one, and not the demons in the family. They are on you. You see, the way the one that is in the fifth generation will run is not the same way that you that is in the first generation will run. So I just remember
Exactly.
that story from someone. It is quite pertinent. Ah, interesting. Thank you so much, Ruth. We have to go now. We have to go. It's almost three so that we can get in with the next speaker. It's been quite an awesome conversation. Thank you so much. So before we
Thank
go
you
now,
so
I'd like
much.
you to give us two steps. Just okay, one, because of time, we have 4 minutes to go. Just give us one step you think that a young person that is listening to you right now should take today, this week, not tomorrow, so that they can move from that place of hesitation to the place of work and focus. What is that one step you
Choose
recommend?
just choose one thing. I've said a lot of things. We've all said a lot of things, and I know that maybe something might have been in your mind that have been coming to you, if maybe before this time, but maybe as a result of this conference and webinar, it has been coming to your mind. One thing I would just say is choose that thing and
Mm,
stop postponing it. It's just
mm,
take one small step. In goal setting, we call it actual steps, like action points. What is that
mm.
action point? Those small things that will lead you to your goals. It might be as writing 100 words if you want to write a book, because I deal with books almost every day. So it might be, if you want to become an author, it might be writing 500 words in a day. Or if you want to create a video, it might be like, okay, creating maybe 1 second video, it's 1 second, 1 minute video a day. So what is that thing that you need to do right now? Just stop postponing it. Get on with it right now. And once you start doing it little by little, you before you know it, you get there. So that is it. Thank
I
you
think
so
I need
much,
to
Ma.
bring you back for goal setting session. Thank you so much, Ruth. It's been quite
Yes,
an
ma'am.
incredible conversation. I've learned a lot.
Thank you
Please
for
focus
having
on
me.
your focus, though. Focus on your focus. Focus on your journey.
Let me know.
Thank you, Ma'am Esther. Yeah, we're going to have more t-shirts in the community as we proceed. Thank you, Ruth, for an
Thank you, ma'am.
excellent conversation. You said so much, right? God bless
Yes, ma'am.
you. Thank you for,
Yes,
for,
ma'am.
for saying yes to focus on something. I know you said I've said enough yes already. I keep saying yes. It's never enough. All right. All right, people, we are done now. We're moving to the next session. So we have 2 minutes to commence that. So we're going to give ourselves 5 minutes break and then we take it off. All right, I'll be back. Have an amazing time ahead. Bye for now.